Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are covering the My American Girl, Girl of Today, Just Like You, and now the Truly Me line. Whatever you want to call them, there is 92 dolls in this little line. We're almost to 100. That's crazy. But I'm going to focus on the harder to find or quote unquote rare dolls in this line. This image here I just stole off of Google. I'm literally like, I didn't make this. So anyway, what we're going to do is this was suggested a while ago and I kind of just forgot about it. And then I was like, oh yeah, cool idea. So basically I gave myself, like I was going to do top 10, but then I was like, no, because some of these I included like based on personal experience of me finding them. I did find this thread because I typed in like rarest Truly Me dolls on Google and I did find this like Tumblr thread and it actually helped me with a lot of them. So if I remember correctly, I'm going to leave that linked down below. I took some from there and then I added some of my own. So I compiled a list that way. So basically the criteria I gave myself was they either have to be like an older doll that was not out for very long, a doll that literally was not out for very long, the original version of a doll that wasn't out for very long and got completely revamped into a new doll and was given that number. There's a couple cases of that. Or they're not difficult to find, but once you do find them, they are an astronomical price in the worst condition ever. So I do want to say, if you're somebody who is okay with spending like hundreds and hundreds of dollars on these dolls, please do not take this. Like personally, I am just a budgeted collector. Like I collect on a budget. I always look for deals and things like that, and I won't spend more than what I absolutely think is necessary. So please don't take offense to that. This is all just in good fun. So these are in no particular order. Like I said, my personal experience is going to come into play. And if you find any of these dolls for a good deal, or if you have, let us know down below because that's always fun to share. So this is going to be no particular order, the most difficult to find or quote unquote rare Truly Me dolls. So we've got the oldest of the bunch. This is number one, and I actually have seen two people on AGIG have number one. I don't really think I've seen anybody here on AG2, but of course, like I don't watch every American Girl YouTuber that's ever existed. So I went ahead and I tried to look like for eBay listings or I didn't actually check Mercari, but I went ahead and tried to look and there's absolutely none out there. I have never seen her like for sale on any websites or anything. And like I said, I haven't seen a ton of people that actually own her. So yeah, I was like, you know what? She's number one. She started it all. She should be like difficult to find because she's super special. Of course, she's on here. So this is number 4 and I actually own a number 4, but mine is actually a custom. So my opinion on number 4 is I love the face mold. I'm just not a big fan of dolls with bangs. And I just think custom number 4s look absolutely adorable, but this isn't about customs. This is about the regular doll. So the thing is, she's not actually that difficult to find. The problem with her is she is one of the most overpriced American Girls I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, mine was a custom and I still paid less than what some people do for a completely beat up number 4, and then they could send her head to the doll hospital. So there's also ones with the different types of bangs. So depending on like what type of bangs you want, and I believe there is a skin tone variant as well, but that just could be because the older ones, I think if memory serves me correct, I think the older ones were yellowing or had the more yellow skin tone. I can't remember exactly, but I do see a lot of people that do have her, so that doesn't necessarily make her rare. It's just the fact that she is in very, very high demand, and so people kind of take that and run with it. If you're like me, you're probably like, who the heck is this? This is original number 6. Now, usually when somebody says, just like you, number 6, I think of basically number 3 with the Felicity green eyes, right? Well, this was the original number 6, and she was dropped, I guess you could say, in 1997, coincidentally the year I was born, and replaced with the blonde doll with the Felicity green eyes. I didn't know that until this morning when I was reading that Tumblr thread, and I was like, what? Like, it's so bizarre that they would do that. Like, why wouldn't you just make green-eyed, blonde-haired girl number 7 or whatnot? So because this is the original number 6, like number 6 is actually difficult to find, like the one we're used to, but this one is even more hard to find. I have never in my life seen this doll on the secondhand market. I've never seen anybody that owns her. Comment down below if you own the original number 6 because I need to see pictures of her. Next up, we've got number 10, and this girl was only out for 9 years. So the only reason I have a stock photo of her is because of the Tumblr thread that I keep mentioning, and I've never seen a stock photo of her because usually I just do the Truly Me Wikipedia page and there's actually not a stock photo for her on there. So I've actually never seen this until today. And I was kind of like, okay, you know what? Green eyes, there's not a ton of dolls with green eyes. I mean, there's a good amount, but there's not as many as there are blue eyes. Now, I'm not hating on blue-eyed dolls. I have blue eyes myself, and blonde-haired blue-eyed dolls are my favorite combination. But this girl is actually very unique, and seeing this stock photo of her has made me really appreciate her. She's really pretty, and I've never seen anybody that owns her either. This is number 11, and I think I've only seen this doll on the secondhand market like 2 or 3 times, if that. I do know a couple people that actually do have her, and the reason she is so unique is because she is a medium skin Addie mold. Yes, she has, the signature early bang style, which is fine. That's fine because this light skin, or not light skin, oh my gosh, I want a light skin Addie mold, so it's constantly always on my brain. But this medium skin Addie mold has only ever been done, I believe, one other time, and that's actually on number 26. Now, I was going to put 26 on this list, but she's actually not that difficult to find, and when you do find her, I was just on the hunt for one before I actually bought mine, and I haven't noticed a ton of insane prices for her, so I didn't include her, but 11 is definitely a very unique doll, and she is one that I would love to have in my collection. This is the first doll on this list that I actually own, so this is number 15, and what makes her the most unique, because yeah, she's light skin classic mold, blah, 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 she has textured hair, and she is the only light skin doll from American Girl ever to have textured hair. And now when I say light skin, I don't mean the Blair Wilson skin tone, I mean the original. So I love this doll, and I never thought I would have her because of how quote unquote rare she was and sought after. So I see people that have her, but I do not see a ton of people that have her. I believe I have 2 friends that have her, but other than that, she's not very common. I guess I think if my memory serves me correctly, I was having a conversation on a live after I got Ainsley, and a lot of people were telling me that she didn't sell very well. So there's not a ton of her out there, which kind of sucks because she's incredible. If you can get her for a decent price, like I got mine, absolutely jump at the opportunity. She does go for a lot of money, and she is one I was willing to spend about $200 on her. Thank the Lord I did not have to. But you cannot get her head replaced at the hospital. I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they ran out of 15 heads. So she's really, really difficult to come by in good condition. This right here is the original number 18. Now, I didn't know this doll existed. So the thing was, she was the original 18, and then they revamped her to have bangs. What I read was that they didn't want her to look too similar to Addie, so that's why they gave her bangs, which actually makes her even more unique because she is a textured hair doll with bangs, which I don't think American Girl has done. Oh, well, Melody. I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm staring at my Melody right now, and she's like, wait a minute. Okay, so Melody, but this girl was the first one, and both versions of 18 are considered extremely rare. I have never in my life seen anybody try and sell her on the secondhand market. I do know someone that owns her, but recently did sell her, and she does go for quite the amount, actually, but that was the bang version. I don't actually know. I've never seen the version without the bangs being sold anywhere. This is the original 19, and if you're thinking about 19, you're probably thinking about the one with the Felicity eyes. Well, before her, there was this one. So I actually discovered this doll existed a couple months ago via a friend of mine, and I had no freaking idea this was a thing. So when I found her, I was like, yeah, definitely, she needs to be on this list because the original 19, or not, oh my God, this is the original 19. The new 19 is not rare. So if you're like, oh, I have a 19, that means she's rare. If she's got the green eyes, she's not rare. But if it's this one, then she is considered hard to find because there's not many of her. This is number 20, and as you can see, we have no stock photo for her. So the only person I know that owns number 20 is Lynn Life. So Koa has this doll in her collection, and I never gave this doll a glance at all, but the gray eyes are just extremely unique to the Truly Me and American Girl lineup as a whole. even though she has the blonde hair with the bangs, the gray eyes just like bring her to a whole different level, and I've never seen this doll being sold anywhere. So this is number 34, and I actually did not know she was kind of hard to find until I watched the unboxing of her done by AG Bob Doll Pants, and basically she looks like 13, but you can tell the difference between their eyebrows. So that was a really helpful video because I was unaware of that. So if you're not quite sure which one you're going to get if you're buying off the secondhand market, obviously go ahead and ask for a picture of the eyebrows, because that is how you can tell the difference. So this one, she starts off, we have a couple others in the 30s as well. So she's a little bit more difficult to find. I've only ever seen one person that has her. So yeah, she's kind of cute. This is Little Miss 36, and she is actually a doll I'm currently struggling to find. When I do see her on Facebook, Marketplace, eBay, or Mercari, she is going for probably like above $300, which is kind of unfortunate for me, but she does look a lot like Nelly, and I do have Nelly, so I mean that can tide me over. I used to want her really, really badly. Now I'm not like, oh my gosh, I absolutely need a 36. If I do ever find her, that'd be amazing, but she is very difficult to come by, and I've only seen a couple people that have her. Here we have 38, so this is my girl Ginny, and it took me a long time to find Ginny, but I actually got her for less than $100 in perfect condition on Facebook, actually, in a doll collecting group. So she is a little bit easier. Well, okay. Since I have her, I'm going to say she's a little bit easier to find than a 36, but that just could be because, you know what, I just happen to ask the right questions at the right time. But I've seen more people have her than 36, and I always kind of group them together in my head. So I don't know, I always compare them. Number 40 is on this list because she is my absolute holy grail right now, and I've been struggling to find her for about 2 years now, and I found one for a good deal, but I wasn't able to buy her at the time, and it haunts me every day. But yeah, she's just on this list because she's really freaking difficult for me to find, and I needed to put her on here. Next, we've got 43. She reminds me a lot of 38, and I've seen her a lot, like not a lot, but I've seen her a little bit more than a lot of these dolls on the secondhand market, and I've seen like more people own her. So she's not like super, super difficult to find. It's just she's one of those, when you do find her, you might have to pay a little bit more than what you wanted to. This is number 45, and up until a few weeks ago, I have never seen anybody that owns this doll. Along with number 48 here, a lot of people kind of say she reminds them of, 36. I almost said 38. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. But anyway, yeah, 45 and 48, super difficult to come by. I've never seen either one on the secondhand market. Our second to last doll is number 50, and I really didn't pay any attention to this doll until my friend got her, and then I was like, I need one, and I still haven't been able to find one, but I'm not like super actively looking for American Girls right now, but she's really freaking unique looking, and I love her so, so much. I'm ending with 62 because she is difficult to find for a good price in good condition. And I don't know if her value will go down in the future or if it will go up. I'm not quite sure, but she is definitely, I think she's really difficult to find because she was retired too soon. She has a medium skin Sonali mold, which she is the only doll to have this combination. So why they retired her is beyond me, but we're ending with 62. This list was a little bit longer than I originally intended, but I thought it was pretty interesting, so I went ahead and I kept everybody in. Again, like I said, let me know down below if you have found any of these dolls for amazing deals. I would love to hear that, and I'm sure everybody else would as well. If you have not already, give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to join the fam, and tap that really cool notification bell so you can know the exact moment I post a new video. Have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody.